Hello everyone, Selage here. Now it's been quite a few months since I last created Zone Wars, but I've had this idea bouncing on my head for a while now of a box fighting Zone Wars, and what I settled on is something I think you'll all love. And if you guys do enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to never miss a future video. I'm very happy to hear that so many of you are enjoying the GameLeap videos I've shared recently. You have to check them out because not only do they post some of the best Fortnite guides out there, they've also started releasing new guides daily. So go ahead and click the link in the description to check them out. Now how this map works is that there are 8 spawn islands around one big island. And on each of those smaller islands, 2 players are going to spawn every single round. And from there, they're going to box fight for around 15 seconds in their own little zone. After that, those little zones are going to fall away and give way to a bigger zone. That bigger zone is always going to be guaranteed to create a perfect circle around that middle island. After that, all the zones following that are going to be random, which means every game will then be different, but that second zone is guaranteed to make sure all the players get moved off their islands. And you're not going to have players who just crank 90s for no reason and then hold height the rest of the game because they were the fastest cranker to not get shot down. And since a lot of players fight in that beginning section, a lot of mats, ammo, and utilities are used straight away, which means players aren't going to be able to heal off like a lot of other zone wars, and fights end a lot quicker, which kind of helps the speed of the games. So if you do die early on, you're not going to be sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for a game that goes down to the final circle. Now in most zone wars, you have to break out of your box before you can begin to fight. But in this zone wars, I didn't want that to be a thing because especially in box fighting, if you have the upper hand of taking somebody's wall before they can even react, then it's a pretty big advantage. So luckily I was able to get it so you can edit directly out of your box once you spawn in, as soon as the countdown ends. Now it's not too crazy, but I do like it as a feature, especially with the box fightings being right at the beginning of the map. It does help you get that initial fight started since you only have about 15 seconds to get that first fight done before the zone shifts into the middle. Now the water is a really cool addition to this map, but unfortunately it does have one downside, and that's the fact that it doesn't have a build grid. So that does mean if you're in the open water, you can't build there, which is unfortunate, but luckily I did add some islands that are kind of underwater all around the map. All of these will allow you to build on top of them and can kind of save you if you're stuck in the water. Now there's enough of them that you're going to be pretty safe no matter what kind of way you make your way into zone, so you shouldn't be spending too much time in the open water where you can't build, because when I was testing it and we didn't have the islands in at first, it really sucked when you just got beamed in the water and you couldn't really do anything about it. But if you guys do think there should be some more islands added, I can always go in and toss a few more in the emptier areas just to clean it up. Now for this map, I did decide to go with a randomized loadout and it being RNG based. But the rarer the gun in terms of gold, purple, and blue, the harder it is going to be to get. But you still do get most of those guns quite commonly, and if anything, the person that you spawn next to, if you end up winning that fight, one of you is going to have the gun that you want. Now there are snipers, pistols, grenades, but some things are weighed less within the loot table, so it does even out, and there's not like 15 RPGs a game. There's typically only one every couple of rounds. Now there's not many times you really feel like you're at a disadvantage, however. A blue pump and a blue tac are still really good guns in comparison to the others, so I do feel like this is a good loadout. However, I'm not 100% sold on all the loot that's in here, so if you guys have recommendations of what I should add, what I should take away, or maybe you think something should be weighed differently within this loot table, let me know down in the comments. I'm totally open to changing some things up and testing it out. Also, a fun little side note, I know it's not in the game yet, but I do have the gold AK, the new version, within this map. I luckily had it in one of my very old aim training maps and it converted into the new version, so I thought I'd throw it in just for the fun of it. And it's pretty fun to mess around with and test before it actually gets into the main game. Now there's one thing that I was really aiming for with this map, and that was fast pace and immediate and constant action within the map. Because we're all playing because we want to fight other players, because that's like the fun part of Fortnite. And in the beginning, you're immediately fighting somebody on your island, and as well afterwards, when you're rotating to the main island, I always found myself shooting at the people to my left and right, or even going for snipes across the island. Once you get to the main island, it's so small that there's just constant fighting. And unlike other zone wars where players can kind of set themselves up and support their base, you don't really have that on this main island. So players can't really 90 up or just ramp over everybody, which makes it really great for the fact that you kind of have a chance. It doesn't matter where you spawn because everybody's sort of on the same playing field. I do want to give a big shout out to Immature Gamer for helping with some parts of this map. If you're not subscribed to him yet, you're out of your mind. He has some crazy awesome creative mode maps that I'm sure most of you will like quite a lot, like his most recent Skyfall box fights. It's pretty unique and I'm not going to tell you guys anything more. You have to go check out his channel if you want to see anything about it. But words can only describe so much of the map. The best way to see how a map plays out is by watching it. So I'm going to play some more gameplay in the background with some of the better clips that I have from the past couple of days playtesting it. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay and let me know what you guys think of the map as well down in the comments below. GameLeap stands out from most resources as they focus on keeping all of their courses and content on YouTube updated as much as possible. That way you know you're getting tips that are actually relevant to the current meta in Fortnite, as it changes quite often. Their new YouTube channel already is putting out some great videos that you don't want to miss. Their content is similar to mine. It's built to help you guys get better and improve you guys as much as possible. They're going to be linked in the description and as well on screen now. Head over and subscribe to them to start learning more.